Hello. This, my friends, is, in my opinion, the best and only hat heat press anyone who does DTF should ever own. This is the Stahls Hotronix 360 IQ hat heat press, and it is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best hat heat press on the market. Sure, there are other hat heat presses that will work just fine for patches. But when it comes to direct to film, there is seriously not a single hat heat press that I would ever recommend except for this one. And I know from trying, I have tried on a lot of other hat heat presses. At one point, I was convinced DTF wouldn't work for hats because I had so much trouble with it. So this is the 360 IQ hat heat press. My wife has gotten into the whole hat thing online, and she's got a whole tote of stuff here that she wants to press. And I could have gotten her probably a cheaper one, but I also knew I wanted to do DTF with it, so I went ahead and just got the big thing. Now, these are available for sale on my site. The product is tagged down below in the description. But I figured I got to set it up for another test I got to do. I'm actually doing a test with some new powder that I'm going to test pressing at some lower temperatures. And so I need to be able to press small areas. So that's why I'm getting it out right now. But I have talked this thing up since the first time I ever got to use it. And yeah, it's because it opens up so many opportunities for placement of DTF onto hats. Now, I still think patches look amazing. I think embroidery looks really, really good on a baseball cap. But if you're looking to decorate and you don't want quite as big and heavy of a look, you want more detail than you can get from embroidery, DTF is an amazing solution. So let's take a look at what kind of comes with this. Very exciting little just guide. Talks about how to use it. Then it comes with these 3 pads. This pad, this is a kind of a felt pad. You can use it for helping just kind of protect the patches, or in our case, the DTF that's under it. These guys, you have an 1/8 inch little foam pad and a 1/4 inch foam pad. And it says here on the lovely pamphlet that comes with it, the enclosed foam cover pads are specifically designed for application of emblems and dimensional patches. I would add also DTF. They protect the face of these materials from excessive heat and pressure from the upper platen to reduce the risk of heat press marks on the hat. That is one of the key issues that you have when you do DTF on a hat, especially when there's a seam in the middle, is that it is going to have almost kind of a burn-ish mark, and you're going to see excessive pressure on that spot. So these are super, super helpful for pressing. Then the actual heat press itself, I'll take off this shipping bolt and we'll let it open up. Ooh, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. Let's see. Let me make sure I can see the chat. If you guys are in, sweet. Hello, Alex. I know, weird time, but I figured I'd do something fun here. So you've got the upper platen, but there's also heat that happens on this lower platen as well. And then this is kind of a rubbery kind of silicone material. And then you have this arm here that pulls the hat taut, so it stretches it nicely over the bottom platen area. There are some like aftermarket bottom platens that you can get specifically for Richardson hats. So if you're a big Richardson hat seller, or you love to use those hats, that is a specific add-on you can buy from out in the market. So I'm a dealer, so I got a little special pricing on it because I'm going to make some videos with it. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it is. Let me pull it up on my website and double check. Let's see. You can also see there's a link, product description below that has it. It's $2,050. It's $2,050. It ain't cheap, but my word, it's better than anything else that's out there. And anybody who does hats, DTF with hats and things like that on any kind of regular basis will agree. They will confirm that this thing is the best without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, let me turn it around a little bit. So we've got this lovely screen here. Now, I've not had a lot of time to play with these much. Back when I was at my other place, I did get to use it a little bit, but I never got really into the nitty-gritty of like how the touchscreen and everything works. But let's turn it on and see what happens. So this is like super great for any kind of hat pressing. My wife has gotten into the hat game. She's very excited, so she's been buying hats and a bunch of patches and a bunch of things. And this is the final thing that she needs to get going on this. All right, so you know what? Let's learn this thing together because I have not had an opportunity to really get into this much. So there are two temperature settings here. Let me see if I can, I'm going to lower this a bit and see if we can get a little bit tighter in. Does this let me zoom? Let's see. Oh, it lets me zoom. Lets me zoom, but it doesn't let me pan. So give me 1 second, y'all. Sweet, okay. Hope you guys see that. I know it's probably reversed, but we're going to deal with it. So, heating to 320 actually tells me how much time is remaining before it's ready to go. Let's see what we got here. We got power. Oh, standby mode, heater off. No, I don't want standby mode. I want it on. All right, and so we've got flex style. Can we edit these things? Man, there are a lot of options in here. I kinda like it. Okay, so I can edit a new preset. This is sweet. I can set my temperature. It's probably bottom, lower platen and upper platen. Awesome. Timer, pressure. Now, this doesn't have automatic pressure adjustment. It looks like it's just like most other heat presses I work with. It's got the kind of the screw right up here that lets you adjust your pressure. So yeah, so maybe it's just like it'll probably give me an alert if my pressure is too high or something like that. And this is the second press, third press, fourth press. Yeah, I think that's how that's set up. So let's just back up here. Let's go back to home. And what's this one? Okay. So it looks like there's just a bunch of like really some nicely customizable settings. Calibration, display, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi? Apparently this thing can attach to the internet. Wow. Learn something new every day, especially when you're like playing with something for the first time. Okay, hold on 1 second. I can't have you all knowing my passwords. Let's see if that worked. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now, I have no idea, honestly, what hooking it up to Wi-Fi does. You know what? I bet this little QR code right here has, owner's manual. But guess what? I can't look at it because it's on my phone, and you guys are on my phone. So I am stuck doing what I love doing, which is figuring it out as I go. So if any of y'all have used this before, let me know in the comments if you've used this before. All right, so we're connected to Wi-Fi now. That's fun. Date and time. We are not Eastern Standard. We are Mountain Standard, no daylight savings, auto. So automatically going to update my time because I'm on the Wi-Fi. I don't know. We'll see. Interesting. So I'm letting it heat up right now. It's going to take a while before it actually gets hot enough for us to use it, but I am planning to press a little something on it here in a minute. Let's see. Yeah. Calibration. I can calibrate the temperature and the pressure. Interesting. I'd love to go through that. Okay. And then we got cloud, Hotronics cloud, software. I should probably register this thing, shouldn't I? All right. So we're at 176 upper platen, 54 lower platen. Oh, look at there. I can just touch it and make the adjustment. So let's bring this down because the test that I'm going to do, I actually want to press at a lower temp because I'm testing a flex powder that's made specifically for polyester, and I want to see if I can press at really low temps. So I'm going to bring this way down to 200. I know, crazy. And then I'm going to try to press that one, and then the rest of them I'll press on a different camera because I need to film it for a video I'm making. So if you have questions about this lovely heat press, let me know. So, come on. Oh, it was going. Ooh, too far. Looks like 200 is the lowest that it would recommend because it's got a little bar here, which is kind of fun. And then let's select the top one. And let's go down to 200 on this as well. There we go. Sweet. Okay, and pressure for, let's do 20 seconds. Actually, let's do 25 because at 200 degrees, that is really, really low for DTF. So, check. Awesome. So while we're waiting for it to heat up, it says, looks like 12 minutes remaining before it heats up enough. Just like the auto clam that I have actually behind you guys there, but just behind the auto clam, my kids are watching and sharing photos in the family group chat. Fabulous. And I'm getting them on my phone while I'm sitting here. All right. Just like the auto clam. Beautiful. Just like the auto clam. And it's getting kind of warm right there. Let's see. So that one, the upper platen, is probably trying to cool down now. All right, so let's take a look at some other features in here. So if we go here into the menu, looks like I can load some presets off of an SD card. Where in the world does an SD card plug into on this thing? That I don't know, y'all. If you guys have this, let me know if you know where that plugs into. And I'm sure I'd be able to do a better job of demoing this if I had the ability to read the instructions. But I'm a man. I don't need no instructions, which is not really true because I actually really like instruction manuals. They're like my favorite thing ever. Okay, so let's go back over here and let's do, let's make our own preset. So let's call this preset DTF. Enter. Okay, and let's just do 200, 200. That's not for reals. Pressure, there we go. Second press, because we want to do a second press. Always want a second press. We're going to do the same temp. We're going to do 5 seconds this time. Beautiful. No pressure there. Oh, it won't. It looks like it's just as a single pressure for all of your stuff. What's the Mrs. favorite hat brand to use for her business? Well, okay, so she doesn't really have a business. She just has a hobby. She just likes the whole hat thing. She really likes the auto hats. Shocker, I know, I know. Auto hats are what's really, really popular. But I think, like, for me personally, I have a big head, and there's not a lot of hats that fit. A lot of times I'm getting the Flex Fit double XL to get one that even remotely fits my head nicely, and that one is only available through S&S Activewear. However, just this week I got a hat, a Flex Fit hat from AS Color, that was a lot deeper. I really liked it. My only concern about it is the actually, I'll grab it real quick. Let me go around back here and I'll grab it and show you. The only thing that I don't love about it is the seam at the front of the hat is a little more pronounced. So the seam right here, see how it's a little more proud of the rest of it, so it kind of bumps up a little bit. So I don't know if that's going to work out so great for DTF. I am a little bit concerned about that. But my wife loves the auto hats. I mean, they're nice. They got like a little terry cloth here for the sweatband. They got the foam. AS Color has some foam fronted caps, but yeah. So it looks like we're coming up. I'm not going to press this first thing till I'm at that temp because, well, here, I'll show you guys the graphics. Let me zoom this back out a little bit so you're not just zoomed in right on that. So I'm testing this flex powder from Color Prime, and it's specifically designed for going on polyesters. So I've already printed kind of some normal graphics. The top one is the normal powder, the bottom one is the flex powder. But then I want to test, because if it's designed to go on polyester, I want to test at different temperature settings. So I'm going to test 200 degrees, 210, 220, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, all the way up to 280. Then I'm going to wash them and see how long they last. So, because although the 200 may press, it's also a good chance it's not going to be super durable. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing here with this heat press. And we're almost there. Okay, bottom is up to 200, but the top is still at 212. So I need that to cool off a little bit more before I do this lovely test. So, but yeah, so my wife's got these are kind of fun. That's a fun little ocean wave right there. That's pretty sweet. There's all sorts of stuff in here. My goodness. What is this? Oh, this is like her crafting box. She's had this thing for a while. So these are fun. These are really fun, actually. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. I think she just kind of got these off of random places like Amazon and like Temu and stuff like that. Just trying it out, just seeing what's out there. I know there's a lot, like Stahl's Transfer Express has a lot of like really, really nice, you get some really nice embroidered patches, and they're like 3-dimensional patches, but you usually have to buy like big like volumes of stuff from them, whereas, well, obviously you gotta buy volume here too, but what I mean is there's an assortment here, whereas the stuff that you would order from like Transfer Express is gonna be, it's gonna be like one design, a whole bunch of them. So, but yeah, if anybody that's on the live stream is like an embroiderer and does embroidered patches, let me know, because I mean, I'm definitely not getting an embroidery machine anytime soon, because that's crazy. That learning curve on embroidery is almost as rough of a learning curve as it is on DTF. So, all right, we're at 200 degrees. So I'm going to do this little press test with this guy. Now, obviously, this isn't a hat. I'll get to the hats in a minute, y'all. Give me just a second. Let me press this first one at 200. and see how it goes. Okay, so I got a 100% poly shirt here. I'm going to press all these around the bottom of the shirt here. Okay. You can also use this to do your neck labels. If you're going to do neck labels, let's put it down there. Obviously, I would probably use some heat press tape, but I don't have any. So let's just press this and see how it goes. Okay, we are doing it for 25 seconds. Riveting content, y'all. Riveting content. I know that anytime we press stuff, it is like a slow content, for sure. Whoa, hello. Well, that pressed mighty fine. Okay. That looks good. And I got maybe a little bit of a mark here, but I could also have my pressures. Where's my pressure at? It says it's 6, so it's a little bit high. So let me try to reduce my pressure just a bit. But that looks good. Like that actually stuck and it's like holding on nicely. We might have something here. Because honestly, that's the biggest beef I have with doing polys is it always like burns. So let's do T-seal for my second press. Obviously, way too big for this. So my second press right now is set at 25 seconds, but I really only want to do about 10 seconds. So I'll just kick this off to release it real quick. Okay. That is, wowzers. I can't feel that at all, guys. Holy shnikes. Like if that works consistently at 200, like that is huge. Now I'm not gonna pull on it too hard right now, because that's like the fastest way ever to damage transfer. But of course, this is also fine details. Obviously, I think if you're doing a poly shirt, you should be doing more fine details, not big bulky stuff. I did make sure to print some stuff that was a little bit kind of thicker. But I'm going to hold out on stretching this till a little bit later when I actually test that. But that actually worked. So I could heat it up to like the hat temps, but I kind of want to wait for my wife to be here. So she's out hanging out with friends because I'm usually working. So I will, I'm excited to play with this. I'm excited to use it a little bit more. Oh, I know what the problem was. Did I not lower platen to print? What is that? Home, DTF. Oh, there it is. I didn't select the right one. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty stoked to have this. Obviously, I will be making some videos with this. I'll make some videos on how to do hats with it, with DTF, because that's my channel is DTF centric. I'll probably do a little bit of stuff with my wife with the whole patch thing, because it's a lot of fun. But I also, I know that like most of my audience is DTF centric, and so I want to help you guys find ways to use DTF in more ways, utilize it more. One of my favorite things to do is the DTF like the brim of hats. So I'll show you guys how to do that in videos. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm gonna film the rest of this test of testing all those different temps out, because That pressed really, really nice. You know what I might do? I might even go a little bit lower. Let's see. We'll see. But no, I'm very, very stoked. I'm stoked with this new flex powder. Hopefully it holds up well in the wash. But anyway, those of you who hopped on, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out a little bit on this Wednesday afternoon. Back on the road next week. No live stream on Monday because I will be out of town. But who knows? I might pop on another time and just do some random stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time.